Hello, boys and girls. Guess what? I forgot it again. I gotta get one to put in my car. So I am on my wrist. Yes, I have the thingy I have for my wrist. And I'm doing it this way today because hopefully it'll be a little bit more stable than just my hand. Like my transmission isn't stable. So there's my pyramid. I'm trying to be in a good mood today, but I'm not. I've got family stuff to deal with afterwards. No big deal, but still just a pain in the butt because families are a pain in the butt. Anyway, so I'm here. The weather is bizarre. It's foggy, cloudy, and warm, which means it's earthquake weather. All natives talk about earthquakes constantly. That's what we're here for. I'm here. Don't you miss your world? Don't you miss your life? Don't you miss your life before all of this started happening? Do you find that your Scientology just isn't as interesting as your own life? Do you want it to be interesting as your own life? Do you wish it could be? Well, it could be if you walk out the door. You know, you could just walk out of the door. Huh? No, actually, I've downgraded right now. Like that'll affect me. No, I'm nice to them because I can't help it. But she's talking. It wasn't that shade face that I got the other day. Oh my God, that face the other day reminded me of one of my old ones when I was younger. When I was around her age. Woo! I didn't know I could give it that incredible shade. So, I shouldn't talk to her though, because I want her to come out the door, not go back in the door. And if she goes back in the door and she's talking to me, that means they'll get rid of her and move her somewhere else like they did the other guy. We shouldn't have to be like that. Hi, Fluffer. Hi, Fuzzy. You notice it is 2 o'clock. I was trying to be here at 1:30. Time dysmorphia is a bummer. I have a sick friend who wanted to see this cold. And I was like, 1:30. 1:30 to 2 o'clock is probably very long for her right now because she's, running a temperature. So I said if she didn't get me today, she could get me tomorrow. So I'm trying to recruit her to be my mod, and she's going to be bitching at this stream if she's seeing it. No pressure. She's one of my oldest friends, and I just want her to find amusement during the middle of the day, and God knows I'm amusing for the middle of the day. Oh, they closed those curtains. Wait a minute, we need to do curtain tech? What are we hiding from? Maybe these limo buses mean something. We can always see doors unlocked like it should be, because that's what they say in the fire. So, bringing up the main list of stuff, because since I'm grumpy, everybody else needs to be grumpy too. Do you miss your family? Do you miss your friends? Do you miss picnics with your friends and family? Do you wish you could go burn marshmallows in a fire somewhere because it's getting to be that time of the year? You can always go down to the pits at the beach. They have it where you can make bonfires, and then you can roast marshmallows with your friends here. Except you'd have to keep an eye on what you said, because you get in trouble if you ask the wrong questions, or any question. Do you want to be living life like that, where you have to worry about asking a question? Hopefully they'll be able to not. I should just sit here the whole time and see what the limo buses do. You can't have your freeloader debt enforced. There's no reason for it. So, if you want to get a job outside of here, you can start on Amazon Turk. They offer online jobs for relatively cheap, but you can learn a skill there or get your foot in the door for one of the businesses that's handing out work on it. So, you can start at $1 or something, and then probably even get put on as a online person because they need the help. Do you have to have another job after this because you're volunteering? It's not exactly the way to work. You don't have the freedom to. You're doing all of this work for free. Tomorrow is your big day, so you have to have everything done by 2. And your purpose in life is not to clear the world. Your purpose in life is to sell a book. That's not the way it should go. You should try to help out the world any way you can instead of trying to clear it. If you walk out that door, I am not a devil. I don't believe in the devil. So there can't be a devil right here. You can't impose your devilishness on me. So I'm not evil because I don't believe in it. Some think this might be hypnosis, that if you say the right words, you might pop out of it, because a lot of people pop out of Scientology one day when they're just going, oh, and then bam, it hits them like a brick, that these aren't necessarily the good things to be thinking about or following through on, because it's just not healthy. It's not good for your head, not even psychologically. Physically, it's not good in your head to be constantly in fear of existing in a building. It does bring you down and brings everything down with it, so you don't have a positive attitude towards the world. It doesn't help. Bushman Buckets and CMBR and keep waving selling fiction. I don't want to say selling fiction because it is something they can believe in. Some of it is tangible. So I'm getting a, What to Know in Scientology book today. Liz Gale gave me the idea to do it because she showed it when she was doing one of her feeds. And I got it on eBay for like $7. Isn't that fun? Let's see. Oh, I lost my, I love, I almost hear the music. If I hear the music, I'll put the white noise on. It even like got rid of the big one in the front. 2 days ago, the husband or the bodyguard said he couldn't hear anything because he didn't even hear the white noise. Okay, time to go to Spotify. Old phone, Spotify, my 10-hour fog. And if that person at one of those buses is thinking they can look at my stuff, they can't, because I have 2 privacy screens on. Okay, so there we go. White noise. Oop, now you're crooked. Okay. I can't do this. Okay, there's music playing in the background, and now I have my white noise pointed towards you guys. So it will not translate because I know they'd call copyright on the song because it's that song again. But they can't now because it's the perfect blocker. Jess Palmadessa is the one who asked about this, and she's the one who turned us on to it because she was walking on L. Ron Hubbard Way, and she blocked it out with some heavy-duty white noise. So it was like, oh, so that's how we do it. Yeah, they could try also to cause a copyright, but if I have them on for less than like 5 seconds, it won't work. So all I have to do is listen to it, and once it happens... Do you hear anything now? Hi, Z News. That's actually cute. Oh, and you guys are all saying hi to Fluffer. Leave my Lucky Charm alone. They're mine when I'm on. Sour Fuzzy Pink Handcuffs, because she remembers Bag. It's now called Playland. So, because Bag had to close. Let's see. Now I don't have my other thing going, so... Sometimes I think I'm stereotypical blonde, but you know what? I wouldn't mind being stereotypical blonde because Jess Palmadessa is a perfect stereotypical blonde. Boy, is she smart. So I would like to be blonde. Anyway, do you miss your friends? Do you miss your family? Do you wish you were having picnics with them? Do you wish that you had friends that weren't declared? Do you wish that you could call your declared people friends because you can't? Because they won't let you, because you're not allowed to listen to any thought that's outside of your society. So, and I don't call it a religion because you don't do any charity. To be a religion, and that's the way the religions were started back a long, long time ago, was that they would turn people into their own religion by offering them charity and becoming a crutch for them to live on. And it's still pretty much the same way religion is done today. So... since you guys do not give anything out to the outside world and or your own people living in there, because once you get old enough, you get put in the blue building to put menial tasks together. Like Bob Ferris, he should be allowed out to go see his daughter because he's of no use to you anymore. But no, you have to keep calling yourselves a religion even though it doesn't classify. It's a society. a real society. So religion doesn't work. And that's not me being bigoted against religion. It's just that most religions do things for people instead of renting out to people who do things like they do in LA. Is that too loud? No, not a scam. Might have been a scam when LRH was alive, but now it's ego stroking. I always say it's because all the people killed themselves. It's like, no, because all the children wound up dead, and I was that age back then. Yeah, but all religions build masks. That's the thing. It's just that this religion doesn't offer any kind of social help to anybody else, and all they want to learn is, the books they put out, and they want to stick to that, and they don't allow enlightenment or knowledge. So that's why I'm here, because I want to keep the children out of it too, because they mess them up before they even have a chance. Were you brought into this at a very young age? Do you not know anything different? You know what? There are people who will help you. The Scientologyfoundation.org, Scientologyfoundation.com, Aftermath.help. Oh God, I can't remember the number yet. I'm gonna have to look it up. That's not loud enough, you can't hear it. I just have to get more limber. I can do multiple things with my eyes and my ears and my brain, but I can't do them with my hands. Call 727-266-5797. They will help you get out. Hell, if you come from that door and walk out, I will help you to get out. I will ask you a few questions, and then I will get you in the system. There's nothing wrong with that. I love it how I always say, there's nothing wrong with that. Dishonest societies implode. Yeah, say that to the OTO that was started by Aleister Crowley. Or, no, it was. And that's 100 years old. So, we are lucky in the past 50 years that the cults imploded. But this isn't that kind of cult, more or less, because it's rather big. It's not in another country, and they have very open buildings that are right in your face. I mean, hell, this is the old Transamerica building. It's my baby, or baby's grandfather. So, so let's see. Since that's not coming through, thank God they believe me, because it's the truth. Let's see. Oh, if you're all supposed to go into your past lives and figure out who you are, not everybody is Marilyn Monroe, Albert Einstein, Jesus. How can you be Jesus if you don't believe in him? Oh, also, the cross is blasphemous because, well, I'm using old phrases, because Jesus, or back then that, I was moving my hand, sorry. Back then it wasn't always the cross that people were crucified on. They were also crucified on sticks that went up and down, or logs. So, grabbing onto the Christian symbol of faith and ask questions. There's nothing wrong with asking questions or wanting answers. You can go get answers at the library. It's within walking distance, and it's a big library for a big city. So you can even go on the internet at that library. You can go to the internet, you can go read a book and then hide it behind other books. It's a really big library. It's like 4 stories tall and about the size of a city hall. So you can go there and listen. They even have audibles. You can go listen to something or read a book you're technically not supposed to, or even go read a fiction book, because you don't have time to even read fiction, do you? So it's not always the answer to every question is what LRH put. His ideas are 70 years old. His theories are 70 years old. His whole thing about Xenu, who's supposed to be some overlord that drops bad Velcro balls into a volcano and then sends the volcano up with a hydrogen bomb. It's like, I don't even think they make hydrogen bombs anymore. Nothing wrong with that. I paused it. Sorry, going back to my noise. So yeah, a very short snippet of their song will not copyright it. So because I'm walking by it and I'm not the one who's playing it. So that's one of those things you need to do. So I can yell louder than the music, believe it or not. Do you miss your friends? Do you miss your family? Do you miss picnics where you made bad potato salad? Do you even make potato salad? Do you know how to cook? Are they allowing you to cook, or is that against the rules? Ask a question. Knowledge is power. Ignorance is not. Ignorance is their bliss, but yeah, but somehow lately. You shouldn't let your brothers and sisters, your little ones get in here, your children. It's not good. They are not adults in small bodies. Their brains are not developed. And if you really want to know that, go look into a medical journal and they will show you the size, the average of the brain of the person you're the age of. So there's nothing wrong with that. They need to develop and learn. They do not need to be railed in here and taught things that they don't even understand yet. I wonder if this Sea Org, they're signed up for food stamps like in Chicago. Well, this isn't, there's no Sea Org here. It's regular volunteers. So they have to, like, have real jobs, because I don't think they'd get away with volunteering. I don't think it works that way. The Sea Org are technically being paid $47 a week. So, yeah, they can get under, they can get EBT. So our dollars are going to people who are completely healthy and good and can do things with their lives, but decide to belong to a society instead and try to contribute in the least best way possible. Nothing wrong with that. Yes, it is CA. It is CA. So, because they're pushing things that the children don't even understand yet by the time they turn 18. Oh, look, we got louder. You can't get too loud. 8 decibels over median. So that, you've got a restaurant next door, and they're going to get mad if they hear those stupid songs. Oh, I'm sorry. Did I say stupid? I mean misinformed songs. I have 2 phones. And if I can figure out a way, I'll put another phone on another arm, and then I'll be walking around looking like a robot, like them. They're not zombies. They're robots, because zombies don't have brains. These guys do. The only problem is their brain's been turned off, and they follow a habit and program. So maybe you should update your songs. This sounds so very much stuck in the 80s, like Richard Marx or something, which you actually could be confused with. And so if somebody called a copyright on it, they can say, oh, I'm sorry, I didn't know it had anything to do that. Because all you have to do is contest the copyright. And I don't have to worry about getting, because these bands are for them. So I don't know what they're doing downstairs, and I'm not going to ask them because I don't want them to take them away. So I'm just going to sit here and wait and get a sunburn. Oh no. Nah, are you kidding? They wouldn't even go there. They just probably disappear in somewhere. They're probably all in urns somewhere. Keep turning it up. You're not going to be heard on YouTube. I know I got to stop doing that. I wave my hands so much when I talk. That's the problem. So it's like, I made you guys go up there. Oh, but you get to see my pyramid. Hello, pyramid. So, let's see. What can I yell? They have it on public property, so I can just do this. Do you really have to a piece of fabric or something? But the people next door who are eating real food probably are not amused by this song either, because you have it on high rotation. Is that the way it's supposed to be? And it's not like you can lock this door either, because it's a fire hazard. Have a nice day. At least I'm amusing myself. Yeah, the thing is I thought they were eating pinto beans. They're not, are they? They're eating like white beans or something. I like pinto beans. I grew up in Mexican family, so my oh God, no, it's not even Mexican. It just goes to the whole Latin thing. My whole beans. And everybody made fun of refried beans because they're bad for you. And they were bad when they were homemade. They were used bacon and everything. It's like in the infamous can on the oven where you only scraped off like the first maybe quarter of an inch, and then when the can was full, you threw it away. So yeah, I'm old school. So let me see. I have to go down here for a second so I can put my Scientology back on, because it can't reach here. And I can read it upside down. I used to do things like that just for fun when I was a kid. And die, because nobody dies of quiet pneumonia anymore. So you could just go to one of the hospitals that is over here. We have at least 6 really good hospitals you can go to and get cured. And if you go into emergency, they cannot refuse you. So if you want to leave, make sure you don't have pneumonia. You can go from here straight to a hospital. And then call 727-266 5797, and they will help you go from there. Macaroni and cheese on Thursdays? You mean like Kraft? I like Kraft macaroni and cheese. That's what I grew up on with hot dogs. I should find out what this company is so I can take a look at it. Woo. Do me a favor, get a picture of that and run it and see if they're rented out to Scientology today, because it's obviously a rental. They couldn't afford a real one if they wanted to. So, thank you. I'm having such a horrible day in my head. I watched a YouTube earlier that was just angry, and it really bugged me. And it's like, yeah, I know how to fix it. Don't watch it again, and I won't. Everybody likes this person. So it just wasn't my thing. It was a little too on the angry side. And no, I don't want to be angry anymore. I spent a lot of my life being irritated. So on the verge of angry. I don't want to be angry anymore. It's so dumb. So let's see. Okay, wait. Let's go over here for a second. So, hi guys. Sorry guys. Look at the oh yeah, the collapse if you leave, and we're all independently owned and operated. We are the gang against you. We are all independently owned, and we're all doing this of our own accord. Doesn't that make it worse than even if all of us were together in a gang? It does sound like Richard Marx. It's gross. How do you know that? What, is there a lease popping up or something? Oh, well, weirdly enough, they're going to have to pay for their lease. They won't be able to get out of it. San Francisco's a little weird about their historical buildings. So they'll have to pay for it. So they'll stay here until their lease is up. So, unless they signed a $2 million year contract. Okay, let's see. And this is also why I'm glad I have wrist straps on everything. So, I did my religion thing today. Usually I don't do it very often because it just sounds wrong. Let's see, what else? What else can I find? Oh, about me being eccentric. I don't mind the word anymore. I hated it when I was my 20s to 40s. I've been called that since I was like 4. I knew what the word was before I knew my freaking name probably. Oh, the stroke. I'm looking at the old ones too, because it's like I seem to keep repeating and I'm getting bored of myself. So, of a stroke. He didn't leave his body left him. So he died by natural causes according to human. So unfortunately he was human. Have a nice day. Different kind of squirrels make an awesome brew. Yeah, we do. I was trying to figure out some way to database it, but it's like if everybody checked in the morning on the day and saw where things were happening, and then you get rid of that form at night, and then it's just a reference, and so technically it wouldn't be a gang, it would be a bunch of people put together using a reference from a database. That could probably work, because at least one person who comes here, if they knew I was here more, or when I was here more, they would come. Scientology's abuse is coming to an end. It's hard, considering that there are people on this planet that should not be here and are still here. This is why we're doing this, because we have to. We have to advance everything, because if they won't do it higher up because of money or position, we need to take care of that. So I don't have any money or position to throw around, so all I can do is keep telling them that, you know, they matter, because nobody comes in here enough. So it's more like me. Sorry, just had a thought. If I go back to my car, come back, or just sit on a corner, because I'm parked really close, I don't care if they know. We get a screw. There's so many listings of screws that, and I have AAA. I mean, just one more way to tell them, or to show how they suck, and show how they are horrible towards humans. So they don't treat just their own people bad, they treat us on the outside bad too, because they think they should.
Sorry guys, I should give you a piece of advice. If you would have ignored us, we wouldn't be here. Yeah, you actually can't stop the youth and the parents away from the, oh my god, is that a, do you see it? Is it a, oh god, this is where it's like, is a deflection, is this a deflection, or is this a, oh no, I think it's my town guide, and I'm not in the front right now, so, because I'm not moving. So visually this might be a little boring. See, look, it's North Beach. Whee! And I'm making the bodyguard nauseous because he doesn't like these panoramas. And my arm hurts a little trouble. So, because, you know, they have to be more friendly with historical buildings because people find them interesting. And they basically belong to the city of San Francisco and don't belong to the people leasing them. Yeah, they're just renters. So if they want to complain that people are putting their hands on their building in North Beach, which is a major tourist destination, see the brain fog, that they would say that's too bad that people are leaning against your building. So, because we've had a trying to change them. So I wonder if they went, no, I think they went down the block, but they all look like they were wearing uniforms. It's like, let me see if I can use the shade from the bus without anybody yelling at me. That would be interesting, wouldn't it? Like I said, protesting in different cities have different ways of doing things. So since they pull the curtains on that place, oh, I don't have to have it on. Since they're pulling the curtains in that place, does that mean that I can look at the vestibule from here? I didn't think I could, but I must, because they pull the curtains on important times. So, I can stand there forever. Lord knows I can stand for 5 hours at a time and not feel it because I have the right shoes on. So, I can. It's not that hard. The internet is very easy. It's, that is just said to maybe boister us up or the brain fog is bad today, to prop us up and tell us to do more things. The internet's not that hard, really. And yeah, they can come and looking on YouTube. All they have to do is put Scientology down because it's all in our tags. I'm not saying anything new. Kids adapt to the internet, and millennials and alphas all adapt to the internet fast because they were born in. So I just like thinking of the phrase, you can't handle the internet. Can't remember who said that. So yeah, is that muggy? We're going to have a huge earthquake. I know I shouldn't say that to the non-native San Franciscans because they always take us seriously. About once in every 100 were right. The big one in 80, 91... See, the fire and the earthquake happened within 2 years of each other, so I'm always confusing the two. And we've had them in this weather and other times, but we always, I know I do, and I know a lot of my friends who grew up here too, we're just evil when it comes up to earthquakes, because everybody gets so weird about it, and it's like, my point of view is, you're going to die or you're not going to die. You're going to have a house or you're not going to have a house. There's nothing you can do about it. And at least people with tornadoes and everything else now get warnings. We don't get warnings. They really haven't figured it out yet. And they've got little seismographs everywhere. So it's one of those things. But it is weird having earth. Now, don't you figure that the people in New Jersey would go, I'm not in the mood for this, so go away? Yes, for some reason, this Californian who's born and raised in the Bay Area thinks of New Jersey as the people who drive cars and are very not MAFIA, but just tough. I know that's goofy. 89, thank you. Yes, I was asleep at the time and ran to a doorway because I was on the 3rd floor. So, building, and it's going to be naked, and she's going to be very upset. So I've worn night clothes ever since. Some of my friends love that story because they can relate if they were in the earthquake. So, and now that my mom has passed away, I don't have to wear long sleeves and long pants anymore. That's something to contemplate. So, it's like, it's just one of those days. At least I'm making myself happy. I so almost, when I didn't have my clamp, around walked away, but since it's becoming rabbit season, that's what we call tourists, since it's becoming rabbit season, it cost me almost $10 to be here for two hours, and I'm like, no, I'm trying to hold back my donuts, I'm trying to hold back my pastries, I'm not going to waste $10 on it. So I'm here and waiting for them to come out. I guess I'm going to have to go sit in the door again. Friends, family, what else? Marshmallows. Camping. Ooh. Do you miss camping with your families? Do you wish that you could go camping with your families, friends, and their pets? Actually, I've never seen a cat camping. Don't you wish you could play with your friends' dogs, but you can't because they've been declared? There was somebody in Florida whose neighbor would only talk to their dog because they were declared otherwise. So don't you want to be out of there and doing something that makes you smile as opposed to something that makes you furrow your brow? There are people out here who would like that too. And they still can't hear it through my phone because I have white noise going. So at this point, you're just trying to say, quote unquote, save the people inside. That's not good, is it? It's not conducive to a positive environment with that bad song. Yeah, I'm right here. I'm right next to the door, people. I saw some curtain tech. I'm right in front of the door because it's not private property. Just because I'm respectful, but I have no respect anymore to give. So I'm standing on the doormat now. I'm sorry. But this is the only way I can reach you now is to yell completely through that door because you're putting out loud songs that are probably echoing through the vestibule. Blah. I have a feeling the guy in the van is getting a kick out of this. He's sort of smiling, so he's probably watching me. I'm not going to show it because if he's enjoying himself, I don't want to get him in trouble for it. Okay. Did you guys hear that at all? Could you hear any of the song? Because it was really loud this time. So, definitely have to go on Justice stream tonight and say thank you. So, but yeah, I have a feeling we're playing a beat down here. So you guys might hear me ramble for a while on the other side of the bay. So, yeah, Mama Cat tone. Mama Cat 1 is because I have a Mama Cat problem. So I am the Mama Cat. So I've got something on the East Bay I need to Mama Cat. And it's not going to be a big deal if I miss it by a couple of hours. And hell, I can always talk on the phone in the car if I have to. It's within reach, and I'm going to hit a traffic jam anyway. So I can always talk in the car and start taking care of that. But I've been like that since I was little. Oh my God, the first time I remember helping someone, which said that was my first best friend. She was in the closet, and I came into the clothes closet or the coat closet, and I asked her why she was crying. It's the only memory I have of her. It might be enhanced by the fact that there's a picture of me and her. I should find it. And she was crying because her mom was doing something else, and so I hung out with her for the rest of the time. I only remember hanging out with her for a little while. But my mom said that I was like, she found me in the coat closet holding hands with another little girl and telling her it would be okay. So when I was 4 years old, I started this. So it's not like it's something I was taught to myself in my own head before it even got to. I now know that I have a replay crew because everybody does their feeds right now across the country, and I thought it would be neat to do my feed right now because it'd be 2 o'clock or 1:30. Yep, there are people on the other side of the country who it's 4, 5 perfect time for commutes home. That's what it should be. It should be that the people who want to get through to people should actually do this while they're commuting, so they can listen to it on their headphones and stuff. So I don't know what I should do. I should probably just give up and sit here. I'm not full of a lot of babbling today, even though it sort of felt like it. I mean, I sort of wait until I can't hear the speakers anymore, and then I'll go back up and say something. So we can try that. Let's see. Let's see if I can do this. Oh, I've got 15 likes. Yes, please like me. Please like me. I didn't even know I could do that. I'm playing with it now because I've said mostly everything, so I can look at what I'm doing. So 15 likes. Yeah, I also sort of didn't want to get it in my head that people are watching me, because I figured out that that's my biggest problem, is I don't want to become popular and disconnect from my real self. So after replay crew watching me will not get me full of myself. That's the way I think about it, because you could be just watching it for information. And when I get better at this, I will start doing timestamps, so then people can just come up here, see what they want to see, or listen to me giggle, or do whatever, and then go on. So I like being I have to remember you're 8 hours ahead of me. I feel so bad. Unless you're a night owl. I am. Tori is. I can't remember who else might be. Well, Aaron's been on late. So there are some people. So if I'm not keeping you up, I won't feel as bad. If I'm contributing to you keeping up, then I'm not good. I'm not a good girl. I'm not a good mid-crisis lady, because I'm causing things that are uncomfortable to people. Something like that. So, oh gosh, it's muggy. That's what it is. It's always muggy when we have an earthquake. I think. I don't know. So at least I put on clothes for it to be warm, light cover-ups and things, so I could be comfortable. And when I started coming and seeing the fog that's over the Golden Gate, I'm like, oh great, I'm going to freeze my butt off. But I forgot I have a backpack of coats in my car, so let's see. Sneak up to them. Do you miss your friends? Do you miss your family? People are important to pass a dogma that you don't agree with. Not at your heart, because you're not helping anybody. You're not helping people to become clear. You're selling books. So if you want to leave, you can get a hold of the sptvfoundation.org, sptvfoundation.com, aftermath.help. You can go online at the library, because nobody is monitoring you there, and you can ask for help. Hell, you can even walk out of this door and I will help you after a few questions. And that's just to make sure that you're not a plant. We all want to help you because we don't think this is healthy for you. That, and they're abusing people and trafficking people where they shouldn't be for you, because you need some kind of references to make your brain happy. And if you're a volunteer, you have to work a second job. So you're working a straight 8 or 10 here, then you have to work a second job to live in a studio apartment with 4 other people. That is not some way you get to advance your enlightenment. You won't be enlightened by what they do with you here. Because once you go clear, you get thetans. They're like little Velcro balls, and they stick to your body and stick to your insides. And then you have to go through more studying to get rid of them. And you may not get rid of all of them by the time you're at OT 8. There is no OT 9. So you will not be fully enlightened when you're $1,000 to become an OT 8. And that is all on a sliding scale of what you can afford and how bad they can max out your credit. That was pretty intense, wasn't it? Okay, cool. Good. I actually, goth girl, worked in nightclubs. The funny part was trying to get to bed before the sunrise. Oh, look at the puppy. Look at the puppy. Oh my God, he's a big puppy. I've come to terms with the fact that when we get a dog, it's going to be the size of a Bichon. And my dad, who doesn't want a dog and is trying to get me not to get a dog, will probably love it and take it from me. And I won't have the heart to say give it back. So he'll probably be walking around with a Bichon. An ex-government man who looks rather masculine with a little bitty dog that he loves. I can just see it coming. It's my world. So yeah, they're turning it off and turning it on, so they don't like the damn song either. That's why I'm standing over here. And because, yeah, it is nice and cooler underneath this. I almost had to wear a hat. And the brim is really messed up. I have to play with it tonight. And my head perspires from the top of my head. My sister's does too. So it's like a hat. It's very uncomfortable. So, now if they can only make portable air conditioners and go around your neck. Because, yeah, the rest of my body is not sweaty and disgusting. It's always my head. How's that for information you really didn't need to know? I like the lights. I would like to hit 1,000 because the friend who's got the cold right now who I want to be a moderator, I said she's got to be a moderator when I hit 1,000. So, but I told her it'd probably be 10 months because I think it was average or weeks. Every 2 weeks, I think. I said, so whatever was at 100 then, so whatever 1,000 would be. So she had that much time to get to know my channel. No bribery there. Oh, so yes, we're just going round and round. Oh gosh, I can show you. This is the first place that David on it. Isn't that interesting? And I keep forgetting. I've got to write. I'm going to next time I get in the car, I'm going to write down all these things that I said because I need to get a hold of Historical Society because not only are they lock the back door with only 2 exits. They haven't kept up the fire escape. The fire escape should be painted and sanded and made sure it's not unstable because it doesn't look like it's being taken care of, and that's illegal too. So maybe I can get a hold of the fire department on top of that. The only thing that seems to be normal is the ladder, but if the structure holding up the ladder is not stable, the ladder doesn't. Historical Society for that. And there's also a piece of marble veneer, which is a bummer. I thought they were real. So let's see. Marble veneer. I figured for the time it was the Gild Age, so it was going to be real, but it's not. It's a veneer. So it tells you how much banks are like, or financial institutions. They need to fix that too, because that can also lead to more erosion, and especially during rabbit season, people will pick the veneer off, and they wouldn't like that considering it looks like porous material underneath, and the last thing they're going to want to do is have that soaked in and rotting. And then they'll really get in trouble because they'll do a hardcore, heavy-duty inspection and tell them what they have to get fixed in a certain amount of time. And the reason I know this is because we have all of these craftsman houses and things like that. We have the Franklin Lloyd Wright City Hall up in Marin, and so you just sort of get into it without doing it on purpose. So that's one of those things. So okay, let's see, what am I doing? What's my name? Oh wow, look at the front of that, or the side of it. It's really pretty. And those medallions are still in good shape. Yeah, this would be the start of the falling down of this building, so they better take care of it because they're gonna. All of this stuff is not cracked or peeling or anything else. So whoever had the building before them better get on the. They better get on the ball because those top shelves or top windows their paint is coming off and they're going to rot away, and they're not going to like that. So they better work on that. They want for specific areas, so I know they're watching my feed because the other day when I said that you couldn't have it too loud and it wasn't working, or no, let me take that back. Probably the second day or the day that I was here screaming at them about that door being unlocked. They haven't locked it since. So somebody is listening to me because I don't think they could hear me through the doors. I'm crossing my fingers yelling through the doors. So, and there was something else, but I don't, brain fog. It's not brain fog because I hang out in San Francisco. It's brain fog because that's what it's called. I suffered from it greatly for about 10 years, 15 years, didn't realize what was going on. And at the time, didn't tell anybody about it either. So, because I was honestly worried that it was Alzheimer's. And found it one day on, and that it wasn't this, it wasn't that, blah, blah, blah. Looked it up somewhere else. Went, totally down a rabbit hole looking for it. Spent a couple hours, couple of days on it. And found out it was real. So, decided to do what this lady was doing, which was going on YouTube and talking about it. And so I did my very first, very small video in August of last year. Oh, I think I just got a picture taken of me. Ooh, that's interesting. Hello. So, yeah, that's why I stayed on after that, or came on when Scientology was here, because it hit a nerve, and hits a nerve every time I hear surge because of the children. That's all it comes down to. I was essayed between 5 and 10 by 5 different. Nothing wrong with that. And I accept my brokenness. And the bodyguard loves me, so I'm very lucky. And understands what I'm going through. It took me 2 years to get him. Only man I ever chased in my life. But got him 22 years ago and kept him ever since. So, just one of those things. Should we yell again? Let me think. What can we yell about? What else? I don't have very many notes. Oh, all of my notes from the day about how to protest is in a booklet, because I knew I wouldn't be able to do it fast enough on here. So, let's start with the phone number. 727-266-5797. That's the phone number to call to want to get help to come out of the org. All you need to do is borrow a phone and do it. Most people will let you borrow their phone if they know what's going on. Most people want to help. There's nothing wrong with that. So they're keeping an eye on me on the camera now, so they know I'm here. And like I said, 2 seconds of the damn speaker is not going to get me pulled. Won't even get me demonetized because I'm not monetized. So, and no, I'm not going to put ads on here. It's not my thing. I hate. And like I said before, I wrote it down somewhere that I use the word hate because I'm a Valley girl from the 80s, and it's a superficial word. It's not meant for the true, I guess you would say, the true meaning of hate. So I hate ads. We got a TiVo to get rid of ads a long time ago. On YouTube, I don't have ads, so I'm not going to put ads in my YouTubes just to make money. How could you make money if nobody wants to listen to you because you have ads? Just a question. So, people are walking. You look at the medallions. It's warm, and gross. I hate warm. Superficially, I hate warm. And I also am not proud of running my air conditioner either. I have one at home. Try to keep the house as cool as possible. So, that guy just put something near the fire connections. Very interesting. Anyway, so 52. I think I'm going to stop because I'm just going to sit here and, watch other feeds or something for the extra hour I have left. So I don't have a lot. My head is getting preoccupied with things. So I guess if people start coming out, then I'll just pop it back on again. So at least it'll be recorded. So, okay, guys. I will talk to you later. I will see you tomorrow. Okay? Ciao. Really, I'm trying to stop. There we go.